India with Designer Accessory Adoption. Thanks for watching this video. Welcome back to my channel. Alright, so if you are new, thank you so much for clicking play. I typically love videos covering vintage, secondhand, fashion, lifestyle topics as well. So if you are interested in any of those topics, please consider subscribing. And for my returning folks, thank you so much for a previous video, and you're coming back for another one. I really do appreciate it. Let's get started with today's topics today, which is going to be handbags that I purchased and returned. So in hopes of anyone looking for these same items and wanting to hear kind of why they did not work for me is really the intent of doing this video. So the items that I'm going to talk about, actually the ones that I ended up buying and buying and returning, are going to be between last year, which if you're watching this is 2021, so this would have been what I bought in 2020 or also in 2021 and I was about to say sold, sent back, returned. So, because they did not work for me. If any of you guys are probably watching this video, you are into handbags, you're into luxury, you're into contemporary brands, and you there's a bag that you're interested in and you want to hear the pros and cons. I know that's what I at least like to hear. So I will start watching video after video after video to hear why somebody loves something or why somebody says it gets on their nerves or it did not work for them, and I that helps me formulate an opinion on whether I think that item will work for me. So first up is going to be the Fendi Can I. So I don't remember even what year this bag came out, and I'll make sure to throw up a picture so you will see that either split screen or up here somewhere by now. And I got this beautiful pink color with the scalloped detail, and I really like this bag because it fit some things that I was looking for, which is that I wanted a top flap handbag. I wanted something that I could switch the straps out for, and this Can I style was really cool because it had the chain strap detail. It also had the top handle, and Fendi was making a lot of straps where you could switch it in and out and just really kind of personalize your bag. And I like that aspect of it. I also had several chains that I had at home so I could use any of my personal chains to switch out for the metal chain that came with the handbag. So that's the reason why I gravitated towards this one. And then I also really love the interesting closure. It's two squares stacked on top of each other, which I thought is interesting. So it's not just like a push pin closure, button closure, or magnetic closure. And the other reason why is because I also like that the Can I bag was lined in it's lined in suede. So for all of those reasons, I wanted to try this bag, thought it was great, and actually purchased it pre-owned. So got a great discount on it. Now, I found a video that mentioned that you could take the straps off. Now, while they did not show you how to take the straps off, they said you could take it off, and I thought, okay, all right, ding, that checks a box, let me try this bag out. So got the bag in. And when I say the leather was beautiful, soft, amazing, really nice. So that I really did like about the bag. The caveat to it was the fact that you have to kind of push on, like if this is my bag here and this is the middle portion, as you're closing it, you kind of have to push on the locks a little bit and on the bottom part of the bag to pretty much open and close it. And for those reasons, it had this kind of pushed in or depression area around the closure. So it's kind of sunken in a little bit. And on one side I thought, well, I'm not a 1000% fan of it. However, with things in it, it will fill it out, so it won't be as bad. So that was kind of like, I don't know, type of a feeling. So then I decided to try to go ahead and make sure I could take off the strap, so that way I could make sure that actually I could use it the way that I intended, which was to switch out the straps. So when I tell you it was impossible, I couldn't even figure out how to get the strap off because I felt like it was so stiff and sturdy that I was going to end up tearing the leather to try to get it off. I'm going to pull up one bag really quick so you can kind of see the example. So obviously this is not the Fendi Can I, but the strap was closed kind of like a little button metal closure like that, and then it folded over similar to how this bag is. And it was so hard to kind of move there's a little slit here, so as you move it down, you're able to kind of work your way through that slit and then get the leather over this little button here. So that's how the Fendi can I was, but when I tell you I was pulling it and trying to move it and maneuver it, and I didn't want to break the bag, obviously, because I wasn't even sure if I wanted it, and then why would I want to, I don't want to tear something up that I just bought also. So for those reasons, I thought, okay, if it is this much work for me to get this bag, get the strap off, and I can't even get the strap off, this bag needs to go back. So for those two reasons, it did go back and I did not keep it. So if any of those are kind of triggers for you, it also didn't have a back pocket. So that's something to consider. And I was willing to work with it, even though I did not have a back pocket, even though that's something that I had on my list that I wanted. But back to the Fendi can I went and I found something else instead. So that's the first item that I returned and why. Next up is going to be the Burberry TB wallet on chain, and that has so many names for this bag, it is really confusing, but you saw with the Fendi, you should see a photo by now of this bag. So Burberry definitely came out with this TB line a couple of years ago to kind of like rebrand with their new creative director, and this bag here was it was like $1,200, I believe, if I remember correctly. So this one was the smaller one of the two. When I went into the store, I definitely tried it out. I don't carry a lot of items with me, but at a minimum, I need to be able to fit my keys, my phone. I'm sorry. Yes, my phone, but my keys, chapstick, and lotion. I have to have lotion with me. So this bag seemed like it was going to work. I tried it on in the store. I actually didn't have everything that I wanted to use, but in the store, I tried to fit in a pretty thick piece of, mace. So I stuck that in there. I said, okay, that should be the same size as my little small lotion, so that should work. And then I tried to fit a couple of things in there along with my phone, and I was able to close it easily. It doesn't give you room to really be able to add extra things. You really have to plan out what you're going to put in this wallet bag. So the leather was great. I love the TB logo on it, really nice. But here's the problem. All right, so like I said, I tried it on in the store. It seemed to fit my needs. Get it home. I did not factor in, the one that I tried on in the store, the leather is a lot softer because it's a floor display. People have been opening it, closing it, doing whatever they're going to do to it. So it's a softer bag, so it had a lot more room to open it up and get things in there. So when I got the actual item and tried to fit my things in it, it did fit everything. I was going to have to stretch it out a little bit more to fit my lotion in it comfortably, as well as my keys, and my key fob is pretty bulky. So knowing that either I was going to have to wear it for a while to stretch it out to see if it would work, and then at that point it's used, and then if it doesn't work for me, then I'm just going to be stuck with an item that doesn't work for me and trying to get my not money back, but pretty much selling it so I can get the funds for it to get something else, was what the option I would have, or return it and find something else. I decided to go that route of returning it and finding something else because I didn't want to risk getting this item and not really being able to use it as I wanted to, and having to wait to try to figure out whether that was going to be the case. So, for that reason, I did take it back and found something else in its place. Last item that I recently, as in like 2 weeks ago, purchased, at the time of me recording this video 2 weeks ago. This video will be going up in December, so it'll be a month later, 2 months later at that point. But anyway, the last item that I purchased and returned is the Dooney and Bourke Western Small Messenger Bag. This bag looks definitely very similar, gives you similar vibes and style to the Hermes Evelyn. There were reasons that I got this bag wanted to try out this bag, and actually I'm planning on doing another video on kind of how this one might be a good dupe if you're looking for something, if you really like the Evelyn but you don't want to spend like $3,000 or how much ever the Evelyn costs. Anyway, so with this bag, it when I got it, I just didn't fall in love with it. The leather was soft, but it was yet sturdy, and I understand why it was that way, because it was made to kind of be able to stand up on its own, and it didn't have bottom feet, so it has to have some type of firmness to the leather and not be super soft, so that way it doesn't collapse and fall over. But I don't know, I just wasn't in love with the feel of the leather when I got it, and I want to say for the most part that was the issue with it, is I just looked at it and I didn't get excited. I didn't think, oh my gosh, this is perfect. I absolutely love it. But I think the overall design concept is very nice. So for that reason, it just didn't seem to work for me. And so I did send that back. So those are my 3 bags that I bought and have returned, basically, because I didn't take the tags off. And that's the reason why they did not work for me. Let me know if there's anything that you have recently purchased and returned that didn't work for you and why. Also, if you are interested in any of the bags that I have mentioned, definitely let me know if that helps, the information that I provided help you make a decision, whether that's a yay or a nay. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video and spend a little bit of time with me. I appreciate it, and definitely don't hesitate on giving me a thumbs up or a share or a like. Well, that's a thumbs up, but any of those, or subscribing is what I want to say. If you're enjoying the content, I thank you so much for taking time to watch this video, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.